Yes, my lord. On my way. On my way.
Your advisors previously informed you that the Queen of Malahat might agree to a non-aggression treaty, but she is likely to demand tribute in return. A patrol has captured a band of Brigantes warriors as they were passing over the common lands towards the swamps. The Masalas intend to buy them as slaves for arena games, but your family has the right to purchase slaves first.
Yes, my lord.
weather conditions changed. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is under normal strength. Your magic shield is fading. spell was cast. A spell was cast.
Fire!
A spell has been cast. The enemy has cast a spell.
Our spies found an ancient ruin in the mountains in Sentinel territory. It contains unknown treasures, but is also the home of an ancient monster. The Order seems unaware of the existence of this place. They would probably be most grateful if we told them. Relations between the Order of the Sentinels and the province of Aboricum have always been fairly good, marred only by rumors about the Caracalas and the questionable dealings of the Massalas. A military conflict with them is quite unlikely. Still, it is perhaps wise to establish separate relations and prepare for that unlikely event.
Yes, my lord.
The barbarian kingdom of Malahort is slowly being... Your spies confirm what Hadrian told you. There was indeed a command.
Ready to serve. On my way.
I know you have doubt, Septimus Sulla. You are still unsure of what I am, who I am, and whether you can trust me or not. Hear me now. I possess the will of an emperor and the might of a wizard. I'm the one who wants you to revive the glory of Eboracum, and what I'm telling you is the truth. I warned you about the coming surge of savages, and now you can see that I was right. A huge army of Picts has penetrated the wall. You can still battle them on Roman ground.
A large Pict horde broke through a neglected section of the wall. They routed the Caracalla Legion and headed south, leaving smoldering villages in their wake. According to a captured Pict warrior, the Horde plans to abandon their usual methods and are heading straight to the heart of the province. The Senate has charged you with the task of halting their advance, but you are entitled to ask the other families for help. A large Pict horde broke through a neglected section of the wall. They routed the Caracalla Legion and headed south, leaving smoldering villages in their wake. According to a captured Pict warrior, the horde plans to abandon their usual methods and are heading straight to the heart of the province. A large Pict horde broke through a neglected section of the wall. They routed the Caracalla Legion and headed south, leaving smoldering villages in their wake. According to a captured Pict warrior, the horde plans to abandon their usual methods and a large Pict horde broke through a neglected section of the wall. They routed the Caracalla Legion and a large Pict horde broke through a neglected section of the wall. They routed the Caracalla Legion and headed south, leaving smoldering villages in their wake. According to a captured Pict warrior, the horde plans to abandon their usual methods and are heading straight to the heart of the province. The Senate has charged you with the task of halting their advance, but you are entitled to ask the other families for help. A large Pict horde broke through a neglected section of the wall. They routed the Caracalla Legion and headed south, leaving smoldering villages in their wake. A large Pict horde broke through a neglected section of the wall. The most powerful army in Eboracum belongs to Horatius Quintus. He commands great strategists and experienced soldiers. You might take advantage. A large Pict horde broke through a neglected section of the wall. They routed the Caracalla Legion and headed south, leaving smoldering villages.
Yes, my lord. On my way.
Your spies confirm what Hadrian told you. There was indeed a commander by the name of Publius, who was exiled and left for the northern hills. This region is way out in the wilds, which makes it a perfect hideout for the escaped slaves. If Publius is there, he might be a prisoner or a fellow refugee. You need him back. It's getting late when you reach the hills with your army. You decide to set up camp and wait for daybreak to continue your journey. In the morning, your guards drag a captured man to your tent. He is branded as a slave. The guards throw him to the ground. You demand to know the location of their hidden camp. The slave is silent, but he looks nervous and afraid. There are some more violent ways to make him speak, or you might try to trick him into leading you there.
Tell your leader that I want him here. I will stay in this camp until tomorrow. If he doesn't come to me, I'm going after him. I will hunt him down and kill every slave I find.
You let him flee. Wait until he has gone a safe distance. Then send your best scouts after him. Your plan works well. Your scouts return in the evening. After some futile attempts to lead astray anyone who might have followed him, the captive headed back to the slave camp, not realizing that the scouts were on his trail. The camp is in the middle of the bogs. You wait until nightfall and set out for the slave camp. It's an exhausting journey through treacherous bogs and deep ravines. But after a while you glimpse the faint glimmer of their fires. They have patrols everywhere. They look very well organized for a horde of refugees. Your magic is powerful, though you still have to get used to the crawling sensation under your skin. But it's effective. The guards look sleepy and heedless to begin with, and your magic increases their fatigue. Soon they are asleep. You can walk to the tent in the middle. You have scarcely reached the tent when you hear the shouts of the guards. You have been discovered, and you'll have to act fast. You draw your sword and burst into the tent. It's dark inside. The simple army bed is empty. On the rickety desk you see a pile of vellum scrolls and a couple of trinkets. You flee, but armed slaves are approaching from all sides. You are trapped. They must have been more confused than you thought. They're stumbling about in the darkness and you don't have to resort to violence. Your arcane abilities are sufficient to let you slip through their ranks. You return to your camp and order your army to move against the slaves. You reach the camp in the morning. It's on a treacherous moor. The slaves must have been waiting for you, and by the time your soldiers reach their positions, they have formed lines. To your surprise, you also see some legionaries and an old man that looks like their leader. You gather your officers and ride forth. Publius does the same. You meet halfway, where you both dismount and exchange formal greetings.
I came here looking for you, Publius, you say. Iberacum needs you to command a new legion. The Picts are coming and our armies are full of inexperienced boys. What's past is past. I am Septimus Sulla, and I give you my word that you'll be pardoned for everything you've done.
Publius looks at you sadly.
I am a free man, Sulla, and so are my men. I brought them on the slave markets and from the families, then made them free. I earned the money hunting down local bandits and barbarian invaders. There are slaves here, of course. Most of them came from your estates after your enemies sent soldiers to burn and loot them. Has it ever occurred to you that the revolt was a consequence of the fall of your family, not the reason for it?
Publius takes his time, but he finally nods. He's been serving the provinces of New Rome as best as he could, and now you have given him the best opportunity to continue. Publius gathers his legionaries and tells them that they will serve New Rome again, and they are needed to defend the provinces. Before you leave, one of your officers asks you what you want to do with the former slaves. Your mission was successful. Publius returned to Iberacum and began to restructure the legion. You've also dealt with the problem of the escaped slaves.